Uganda grows lots of crops, especially bananas, a staple food, but some find climate change is reducing their harvests. So Operation Agri is helping to train farmers in better ways to grow crops through SAFI, the Sustainable Agriculture Farming Initiative.
I'm Pastor Paul Chalimpa. I am a project manager of SAFI project. These farmers, they had nothing. Their production levels were totally low. They didn't have enough plantations of bananas, for example. They didn't have animals. Soils as well were very poor soils.
I had problems in my farm. One of the problems, soil erosion was very high. Water runoff was very high. I had very little income. I used to buy foods from outside my farm. After training from SAFI, there was improvement, and improvement was very high.
The very first thing we learned from SAFI was to reorganize our farm. It was very disorganized. Things were planted to see if we could get fertility from here, from there, from there.
So they divided sloping land and made level planting areas. Their vegetable garden now has raised beds made with layers of compost, easy to weed and to harvest. Paul and his family are getting ready for a SAFI workshop. The aim is monthly training for 2 years to help farmers develop their farms in sustainable ways and encourage them to teach others. Training of this newest group of farmers was delayed due to virus restrictions, but they can now meet together.
Today's workshop, pig keeping and management. The houses where the pigs are kept should be kept clean. They say prevention is better than cure. So all this will enable pigs to be happy as you keep them. Social needs. Pigs are social animals. They don't like to stay alone. And then the feeding. We look some practicals of mixing feeds for the pig.
Most of the food can be homegrown, such as maize, but Paul also advocates some mineral and protein supplements. Thick stems of banana plants, chopped up with a few bananas, are soaked and pounded for pig feed, with the other items mixed in. The growing piglets thrive on it. But what's this coming? Lots of fresh farm greenery. Growing good animal fodder is important for their health, and they are really keen on it. John says SAFI has been a great help. He had advice on building this pigsty, and then SAFI gave him high-quality piglets to breed for sale. Operation Agri's gift scheme, Presents with a Purpose, helps to fund pigs, goats or donkeys for struggling farmer groups. The manure from these animals is vital to improve the soil and grow bigger and better crops.
The most important thing is manure. So we had the rabbits make the manure, which is very good.
Labour-saving gutters drain off the urine and droppings for use as fertiliser.
The results are really good in the community, and the farmers have improved and increased their production and income.
I no longer buy foods from outside the farm, so food security is high. I have 2 acres of coffee. I have fish ponds. I have about 50 beehives around here. Now I can manage to pay school fees, but it was very hard before I joined the SAF. I used to go to my neighbors, please assist me with 10,000, 20,000, and pay back was very hard. But now I pay school fees for my children from my enterprises.
Schools closed for months due to COVID, then reopened with temperature tests, hand wash facilities and masks.
Then you see hope for everything that happens on this land we live on. In struggle strong, all together, all beautiful signs of memory.
The cloudy wet season in Uganda can get chilly. Warm jumpers are welcome. So Paul's wife Christine started a women's knitting project. But the problem was they couldn't read the knitting patterns.
And as we carried the knitting program with women, we discovered that women didn't know how to read and write. So we started this program with the support from Operation Agri. WELP stands for Women Adult Literacy Program. So far now, we've got 6 centers where we are training women, and even some men are also in the program.
I didn't know how to read or write. There was nothing in my head. I struggled, not knowing anything. I thank Operation Agri for supporting WELP Club. It taught me how to write.
This knowledge of writing and reading, it has helped them to do their business very well.
Before WELP came here, I had my business selling clothes. I invested money, but it didn't give me any profits. But now I can read, I can write, noting down my spending and profits.
They are able to write what they are doing in business and all that. But also, those who go to church, they are able to read their Bibles now. Those days they were told stories which they could not see. Now they are able to read Bibles by themselves.
Psalms 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie in green pastures.
These ladies and men, most of them come from farms, so when they write and read, that can help them to improve their farms as they keep records of what they are doing. WELP project, in a way, links to SAFI project.
My husband, he has trained 30 small-scale farmers, and these farmers are also doing very well. I have 35 girls I have trained. Also started the rabbit projects for 3 families.
I've trained many farmers over the radio talk show, so very many farmers are listening and attended.